Story I have on the news feed. Well, let's just talk about it, man. It's the punch scene around the world. It was Chris Paul versus Rajon Rondo.
Boy.
They squared off in the middle of the octagon, a.k.a. the NBA court.
Boy.
And Rondo gave him one. Chris Paul gave him two, though.
I don't know, but I feel like Rondo's really connected.
It did. Okay. First,
especially when he had to wince up after, because he was like, then caught it. Yeah.
Let's set the scene. All right. So Lakers are playing the Houston Rockets.
Yeah.
It's a very close game. It's like 109-108, right?
Heated
game. Brandon Ingram is guarding James Harden. James Harden does his fronty ass Eurostep to the basket, gets a foul. Brandon Ingram, mad, pushes Harden.
I did see that.
Yeah,
I did see that.
That's what starts everything. That's what everybody.
That's what started. Even Harden barely moved and was kind of just like, man, what is this?
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Even
he
though
wasn't
he
even
knows
that hot. He wasn't that mad.
Weak-ass Eurostep is why people are hot at him.
I mean, man, they don't call traveling.
Every time.
They do not call traveling anymore in the NBA.
So
stop it.
So Brandon Ingram gets all upset and gets all up in his feelings. Then the referee kind of comes break it up, and then for whatever reason he hops in the referee's face like he was going to square off with the referee. Referee just looked at him like, if you don't sit your ass down.
The ref, let me tell you something. Ingram, you don't want that smoke, brother.
Oh, I think he wanted all the smoke.
That ref going to come fuck up your playoff game, player. He going to be waiting just for you. And when you need that call.
Oh, when he needs that call?
He's going to be like, man, fuck you. That's what's going to happen.
Well, so then Brandon Ingram gets grabbed away by Lance Stephenson. Lance Stephenson grabbed him away
and blew in his ear.
You know what I'm saying? And mind you, I've watched this video like 100 times, so I can break it down pretty well. All right, so then, while that's going on, CP3 and Rondo kind of meet up, and they start jawing at each other a little bit. Now, CP3's been like using Rondo the entire game, like he was using Rondo. Shout out to Rondo, but you were getting used. So then they're talking then it appears that CP3 gets upset. Points his finger in Rondo's face.
Yeah, he did.
Rondo comes with a punch, left hand.
Gave him that biscuit.
CP3 comes with an uppercut. Bow! You saw the uppercut.
It was all right.
Rondo felt the uppercut. And then he came with a left. He just lucky LeBron Hill was holding his shoulder because that left would have kind of did some damage too. It connected, but it didn't really do the damage.
Yeah.
So then while he's getting held back and the ref is holding Rondo back, Brandon Ingram sees this. And
he slides in like Superman.
Prances over like a deer. Throws his jab out, and I think he might have connected with CP3. I still haven't got a full flush.
I feel like he hit somebody, but I wasn't sure if it was him or if it was PJ Tucker.
Shoulder.
I feel like he hit PJ Tucker. Like,
oh yeah, PJ Tucker took it like a champion.
Yeah, I feel like he did though, because as I saw from different angles, it looked like he slid, missed CP3, and kind of hit PJ Tucker.
Like in the arm or something?
Yeah, maybe shoulder. I mean, I gotta look at it again to see, but that's what it looked like.
Okay.
He hit something though.
So that happens.
Bony
that
ass.
brawl happens. They end up all three getting kicked out the game. And then eventually CP3 gets a 2-game suspension, Rondo a 3, Ingram a 4 or 5 game suspension.
He needs it because if you can't,
he should have been suspended 10
better
games.
than that.
But I'll get into him in a second. But then, upon further review, rewinding the tape, checking the booth, we see
you have a review.
We saw the review.
He has a review, ladies and gentlemen.
I have a verdict for what I seen with my 2 eyes.
Oh my God.
It looked like Rondo tried to slip a spit in there.
I didn't see that.
It was one of those. It wasn't like a
look
and spit. It was a.
As a brother with excessive salvation saliva
you and Al Pacino.
syndrome.
You and Al Pacino.
Okay.
A little.
Sometimes some shit just pops out your mouth.
On your
now,
lip.
I don't think Rondo tried to spit in Chris Paul's face.
Okay.
I think that he was jawing off. They were jawing, and it was just one of those awkward spit placements, and then it just gave him reason to put his fucking finger in Rondo's. Because I'm not gonna lie, man, you put your finger in my face, I'm gonna have to whoop your ass.
I'm not gonna lie, you spit on me, I'm gonna whoop your ass.
That
or
too.
I'm gonna poke my finger in your face.
But if
you're a child,
there's a difference if it's being intentional compared to just getting excited and you just.
No, that's why. See, okay.
Don't be that close.
Here's my theory. No, stop it. Here's my theory.
Don't be that close.
It's my theory. I think if I agree with you that Rondo didn't necessarily mean to spit on him like a hockaloogie.
Yeah.
I can see that. But I can also see spit come out of his mouth.
You had to zoom in 4 or 5 different times.
I saw the spit, brother.
To get to that point.
I saw the spit. The DNA flew out of his mouth and landed onto Chris Paul.
If you got to zoom in that far to find that, It was not intentional. If it's
It
not
did-
intentional,
I
there's no reason for him to
What
put
you
his
mean?
finger in his face.
You're
like that.
arguing with somebody
You're
that
arguing.
you don't like,
Yeah.
and spit gets on your face.
You're also the leader of the NBA Players Association.
Nigga, I don't give a
You
damn.
can't be doing shit like
I got
that.
kids and I got a bald spot. It
Where-
don't matter. I'm
the
gonna fight
main
anybody.
question I have is where the fuck was Cliff Paul at?
Cliff Paul had the day off.
Where was your State Farm agent, nigga? Because my thing is,
Mm-hmm.
he could have saved you. You would have got saved suspensions, and you would have got paid because you a good driver for State Farm.
He didn't need to be saved. He caught him with 2 punches, an uppercut and a left.
Rondo got him with that good one.
And he poked him in the face like he was a child. Don't you
He got him-
fucking
He got him with that
spit
good one,
in my
though.
face.
This-
And then Rondo caught him with a left one. It was a good one.
The NBA
And
playoffs
CP3 ate that like a cake.
is gonna be lit.
Oh, I'm with it.
It's gonna
I'm
be
with it.
lit.
This is what the NBA
The Lakers are gonna go in as a 7th seed.
Uh-huh.
Houston's going to go in as a number 2.
Oh, my God.
And this is going to go ahead and just first round. First
I
round.
think Lakers would be a 5th seed. I think Rockets would be a 4th seed. They're going to meet in the first round.
Okay, well, that's good too.
They're
First
gonna
round
be
is
the
first
first
round. 11-0 runs, 11-0 run.
Hey, all I know
Where the hell is Cliff Paul?
is in a fight one-on-one, I got my money on Rondo. But
I don't know, man.
no,
I do too. Rondo's got a
crazy
fucking
enough.
wingspan of a condor.
Yeah, dude,
he looks
his
like a
reach
baby
is
bird.
retarded. Come on,
like,
man.
He looks like some kind of weird hybrid between
Yeah.
Chris Tucker.
He shows
and
no
a-
emotion
and a
ever. You
newborn
ever seen
Robin.
him smile? You ever seen Rondo like just break out laughing?
Only when
He
when
might
he's doing
chuckle.
something bad. When he's doing something bad.
I feel like he laughs like Kawhi Leonard, the same type of laugh. Like, yeah, I don't know if Rondo ever laughs. It's like brief smiles every now and then, but he's always
It's
intense.
only when he's doing something evil.
But also, I don't agree with Rondo calling out Chris Paul as a bad teammate.
That has nothing to do with that fight.
That to me sounds like somebody who's trying to muddy the fact that he spit in dude's face. Like he didn't mean to, but bruh, the tape is there. You can't deny video footage. I see spit coming out your mouth, and he reacted like, "Oh, bruh," and then wiped it off and said, "Nigga," and pointed it in his face. And so, I don't think he meant to spit on him. I can agree with you there. But
I don't think he did.
spit landed on Chris Paul, and then Chris Paul didn't react like most niggas would when spit lands on you. Just start firing.
No,
because
yeah.
he is the head of the.
So you put your finger in
Yes,
that man's face
nigga,
like that?
Know who I am and respect your elders, bruh. I don't even know who's older. I think CP3 might be older though, right? Might be the same.
I don't
age.
know. I have no idea. I don't know who's
Supposedly
older.
They've
who's
had
not.
beef for a long time, but I think that CP3 and Rondo did something good for the NBA. Because this is what the NBA needs to happen in the beginning. Like they're getting talk still over NFL talk. Usually this week is dominated by NFL. But
Yeah.
it's been dominated by this type of conversation.
Because
And-
the NBA's been crazy every single day.
Oh, for sure. And
Since they
LeBron
started.
being in LA is going to be a conversation every single week. And this is what the NBA, I think, needs to elevate themselves even more.
I mean, it's not just them. It's also like, Embiid and Drummond getting into it.
Yeah,
You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? Like,
And we're not advocates of fighting,
I am.
but we are advocates of
Whoop
fighting.
his ass, Seabass!
Like I think they should be able to, NBA is hypersensitive and they kicking anybody out for just looking at each other
Throw a
wrong.
couple punches. It's
But
okay. It ain't gonna hurt nobody.
I'm glad they suspended him only 2 to 3, 4 games. Like, you're setting a precedent that, we don't want you to fight, but as long as nobody gets hurt,
Go ahead and throw a couple, baby.
There's nothing
Go
wrong
ahead and
with
throw
it.
a couple, baby.
Brandon Ingram, you's a hoe.
Oh, that ain't nice.
Now, I like free tickets, to a Lakers game.
Why would he give you a free ticket after you called him a hoe? You're lucky if he don't pop up here.
No,
kicking
what
you
I
out.
mean is like he's shaped like a hoe. Like you've seen like the garden
Like
tool.
a garden hoe?
Yeah, because like they very skinny and braille. You know what I'm saying? Sometimes
Okay.
they fray at the top. It's kind of like how his dreads are.
Don't be talking about Brandon Ingram like that, man.
Hey, but yeah.
You look like SpongeBob on stilts. So, my next story I got, man. Elon Musk. Yes, that's right. Former CEO of Tesla.